Once you enter level 380, you see yourself in a field full of rocks, plastic bottles and other objects scattered on the ground. There is also a military vehicle that if you enter and sit you not clip into a seat and teleport to level 173. You also get a wrench with a button on the top in your right hand. If you are left-handed or ambidextrous you teleport to level 592. It is unknown what happens if you don't have hands. If you enter with an item in your right hand, your item is lost and replaced with the wrench, although that won't be a problem. If it does happen, you cannot drop the wrench no matter how much you try, the wrench disappears once you exit level 380. If you press the button on the wrench you should move your left hand away from the button immediately as a menu appears on top of the wrench after 2 seconds, so you may spawn a hostile entity by accident, or your left hand might get cut off. If you do pull your left hand however, the menu will stay static and float from where you pressed it. Sometimes it may get annoying to use, as you have to use your left hand to press anything on it. You should also never try to take any pictures of the menu as it teleports you to a random class 3 level and doesn't save the photo. It has a 0.6% chance of not teleporting you, breaking your camera and taking away your wrench, therefore forcing you to enter the military vehicle. From this menu you can spawn any entity from the backrooms. Scrolling down reveals more entities. From this menu you can spawn any item found in the backrooms, including the wrench. It's recommended not to spawn the wrench at all, but if you do, you shouldn't grab it as you cannot let go of the wrench. From this menu you have to use your right hand by pointing at anything to change the environment around you. You can change any material including your skin, so it is wise not to point at yourself. This menu has unknown materials. It is recommended not to use these materials because it may cause death. For example, there is a material named black hole that has not been tested, as it may cause the level to be destroyed and turn into an instant death level. From this menu you can spawn any prop and building units such as walls and ceilings. You also must use your left hand and point to spawn. Be careful what you spawn, as if you surround yourself in indestructible walls, ceilings, and floors, it will become impossible to escape, and the only way to stay alive is to spawn food and water. It may seem that nobody will do this, but some wanderers will do this to be away from entities and stay safe when someone decides to use the black hole material. Do not point at yourself while in this menu, you will suffocate to death. Pressing the X button closes the menu. An anonymous builder built a cell tower so strong it could connect to the cell towers in the front rooms. People say if it existed in level 0, it would provide connection to the entire level. It also looks like a normal cell tower despite how strong it is. The science lab team gave a hound they spawned a vaccine to cure the hound virus. The hound transformed into a human with no memories, knowledge or able to communicate in any language. The human then started convulsing and screaming loudly non-stop to the point that their vocal cords were damaged. It then entered a rage state, attempting to attack a scientist trying to calm them by scratching and biting. As a result, the SLT had to abort the experiment and kill the human. An anonymous guy dug a hole that was extremely deep. It even went through level 8, level 13 and level 77, then got into the void, but he went back at last. Found his way to the front rooms, by going upwards instead. An anonymous builder built the Eiffel Tower next to the car. This tower is said to be destroyed by now but no one has any recent pictures. There was some found footage of it here taken on the 20th of May 2007 and recovered in the 5th of July. Level 380 looked a lot cleaner in 2007 and didn't have any objects or rocks scattered on the ground. There are no outposts as nothing has value in this level. There are a lot of colonies, most of them friendly and welcoming. They live there because they enjoy building and making their desired home and life. The people there also enjoy having infinite food. I will only be listing the interesting colonies. In this colony, a group of people created a lab to test how entities and materials behave to different situations. They also have medicine for anyone sick or tired. MEG got in contact with this colony and now takes the information of any experiment they do. This colony calls itself AOE, in short for Army of Entities. They use the wrench to spawn an army of entities to attack other colonies. Most colonies are starting to make a border of indestructible walls around most things they build because of this. Some colonies made machines to evaporate any entity trying to get close to them or a building. This colony tried to raid SLT, but somehow SLT managed to make the entities betray AoE. If anyone is found talking about this raid, AoE will attack them. This colony decided to cut people's right hand off and make them a slave. This colony actually has an unknown name, and so wanderers just refer to them as Kos. Most wanderers don't exit level 380 because once you exit, you will lose the wrench and anything you spawned as if you never had them. There are a lot more exits to level 380 through pills in the science lab, all of them unknown to the public. Any physical contact, occasional man-made objects, phones, cars, ropes, in level 378 will take you along with the man-made object to level 380. Going to the bathroom and opening the sink in level 232 teleports you here. Punching a non-hostile entity has a very small chance of bringing you here. Falling on your head from a high place teleports your corpse here. Cutting a tree and eating one of the leaves in level 363 teleports you here. Knocklipping into a car seat in level 674 has a 78.642% chance to make you end up in the military vehicle here. Knocklipping through a peach-colored wall in level -1150. Knocklipping into a military vehicle leads you to level 173. If you are left-handed or ambidextrous, you teleport to level 592. Taking a picture of the sandbox menu has a 99.4% chance of teleporting you to a random class 3 level. Finding a way to teleport items to other levels will not teleport anything and lead you to you cheated, and finding a way to take a picture of the menu will also lead you there. Most pills in the science lab, when eaten, has a 0.97% chance to teleport you into reality, and a 99.03% chance to teleport you into level 3999. However, the SLT doesn't let anyone enter the lab, so be sure not to get caught. Pressing the X button has a 0.084% chance to lead you to level 746. Eating a specific red pill with an symbol on it will lead you to a modified version of level, where you only run 1 kilometer instead of 10 kilometers, and if you die, you get sent back to this level. Some people use this as a way to exercise, since you can't truly die here. If you successfully run the full 1 kilometer, you will be given a choice to go to a random class 0 level, or get sent back to level 380. Finding a camo pill in the science lab and eating it in a military vehicle will teleport you to any war or military related level. Taking a leaf-shaped pill will bring you to level 716. Take note that this will not work when consumed with water. It must be chewed thoroughly as if it were food. Drinking almond water close to a cell tower will lead to level 188. Be careful, there's a 50% to get into level 188, but you can enter level